covering the sentencing of James Craig, and it's as heartbreaking as it is cold-blooded. This was a respected Colorado dentist. He was a father of 6. He is now, we can say it now, a convicted murderer. We can say it. And we have a handwritten letter that James Craig wrote just months before he murdered his wife. Stick with me because I want to catch everybody up. James Craig was just sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the premeditated poisoning of his wife, Angela Craig, a woman he was married to for 23 years. And why? What was her crime? She didn't have one. She trusted him. So in March of 2023, that's her crime. She trusted her husband and father of her 6 kids. And so in March of 2023, Angela started feeling seriously ill, dizzy spells, nausea, collapsing at work. And every time she went to the hospital, nobody could understand why she was sick. Her symptoms would appear, fade like clockwork. This wasn't a coincidence. James, her husband, had been poisoning her, and not just poisoning her, but poisoning her slowly over the course of 10 days. He laced her protein shakes with potassium cyanide and tetrahydrozoline. That's the chemical found in over-the-counter eye drops like Visine. This was methodical and calculated with intent. What makes this case even more disturbing, though, is the motive. The prosecutors during trial revealed that Craig was carrying on affairs, multiple affairs, and that he wanted out of his marriage, but didn't want the mess of a divorce or a financial fallout. Instead, he chose murder of his wife, the woman who kept giving him chance after chance after chance. And he actually thought he could get away with it. Investigators uncovered chilling evidence. His Google searches included things like, is there such a thing as undetectable poison? And how to make murder look like natural causes. He ordered cyanide online, and he had it delivered to his dental practice. He even went as far as bringing a syringe into Angela's hospital room, allegedly administering the fatal dose directly into her IV. But that is not where it ends. After Angela's death, Craig tried to cover his tracks. He asked one of his daughters to help fabricate a video suggesting that Angela had been suicidal. She testified in trial. He tried to get a jailhouse informant to kill a lead detective on his case. He's getting 24 additional years for that. And in court this afternoon, Angela's family gave powerful victim impact statements, powerful ones. And his oldest daughters, this is really important. His oldest daughter said, quote, I was supposed to be able to trust my dad, but instead he'll forever be the villain in my book, end quote. So it was raw, honest, and incredibly painful to hear. This is important. James Craig's head was down while his daughter spoke and did not look at Miriam. She goes by Mira. He looked down the entire time. When the judge was speaking during the sentencing, he looked at the judge, but he would not look at his daughter the entire time she spoke. And today, the judge handed down the maximum sentence, life without parole. And Craig showed no emotion, no apology, no explanation, just silence. So many of you in chat called him a coward. And there were tears, of course, in the courtroom, but there was also so much relief. 6 of her 9 siblings also gave victim impact statements. Angela's family embraced after the sentencing. And now, again, James Craig will spend the rest of his life behind bars. So now we have a letter sent by a woman who met James Craig at a church function at an LDS event in January of 2023. That's 2 months before Angela was killed, guys. Just 2 months. And so in this letter, which we can pull up now, we can pull this letter up. I have permission to share this handwritten letter that was handed to this woman. Again, she was a single mother at a church event from James himself. And we can all guess James's motive for giving this single woman a handwritten note. I mean, I'll take a guess. Because at the time, the woman thought maybe he was just a really kind guy introducing himself. I'm going to suggest, because we know his MO, that he was probably trying to hit on this woman. And 2 months after he handed this kind note to this woman, Angela was dead. So the woman, I want you to know, did call police, told them about the letter, and police did come and pick the letter up. They probably didn't need it It wasn't evidence, but they came and got it. But but before she had a photo of it. And here's what it says. Here's what the letter states. It says, we don't know each other, but I'm sitting behind you. And in sitting behind you, I can tell that your kids love you so much. You're doing a great job as a mother. Life is hard, and I'm sure that's no different for you, but you're doing something right. Keep fighting the good fight. I hope that my kids look at me like they look at you. They love you so much. Jim Craig, South Shore Ward. I hope my kids look at me like they look at you. Remember how I mentioned James wouldn't even look at his daughter Mira as she gave her victim impact statement? Perhaps it was because he knew his kids would never look at him like this lovely mother's children looked at her, that they would never look at him like that. Just a guess. And I doubt they ever will. I am again, and I am jumping off for another interview, another James Craig interview. I am receiving a lot of emails and a lot of people reaching out about James Craig. And if anybody else knew him or knew Angela or has something to say, email us at hiddentruecrimeinfo@gmail.com. I'm taking off. This interview was scheduled 2 minutes ago, but I wanted to share this bit of information. This man's manipulation knows no bounds. So luckily, justice has been served, and he hopefully won't be able to hurt anyone ever again, as they stated in that press conference. Okay, we'll see you again. Hit subscribe, hit notification. We're going to keep jumping on when we have information. We'll see you.